Hey, how you doing? This is JJ from Deluxe Vehicle Detailing and Paint Correction in beautiful Seminole, Florida. Today I'm going to go over a how-to use a three-step product made by Flash Detail right here in Largo. You can find them online. You can also call them at 727-582-9073. I'm not promoting Flash Detail, but they're local. I like to do business with local businesses, and so I'm real happy with this product, so I have no problem telling you about it and sharing this. Like I said, it's an easy three-step process. Before I get into the actual demonstration, I will tell you that there are some options. This is my own personal vehicle. I got rained out on a detail today on a 1914 9-passenger Fiat, and it was going to be needed to be outside quite a bit today. It needs fully degreased on the bottom, and so we put it for a better day. And so here I am today sharing with you my 2006 BMW Z4M. This headlight lens is in reasonably good shape for a car that has, I believe I'm at 56,000 miles. It's been an indoor car for most of its life. There's a few little spots. I don't know how well it'll come up on camera, but the nice thing about this lens also is it's completely smooth. On a car that you're needing to do this work on, you may have all kinds of curves, bumps, sometimes little pieces of plastic from the molding when they make the lens will be coming out, and they make this process quite a bit more difficult. I charge between $50 and $80 for a set to restore headlights. I'm not doing restoration necessarily today. If you're doing restoration, I've got this nice big bag here, and this is my headlight restoration kit. It's got a high-speed drill. I have a lot of sandpaper, masking tape, all kinds of things like that if I'm going to do a professional detail. Today I'm going to try and get to more of you enthusiasts and maybe someone who's just looking, who wants to improve the clarity of their headlights and perform a good restoration and sealed. Sealing is very important. These plastic lenses from the factory have a UV coating that is put on them so that they don't get yellow and they don't get, they're outside all day long 24/7. And so if your lenses are extremely hazy, I mean, they're cloudy, you're going to have to go and get something like this 3M headlight restoration kit. It's got a variety of sanding discs. You start out with a 500 grit paper, you move to an 800 grit paper, and then your last one is a 3000. You're taking all of that UV coating off, you're getting down to the plastic, you're refining it with finer and finer sanding discs. The discs go and attach to a high-speed drill. It has a Velcro plate backing on it, and the sandpaper obviously also does also. And then you refine, you polish. It comes also, the kit has a nice little 3 1/4 buffing pad, so you use the compound that comes with the kit. You clean all that off, and then you finish it off with something. I believe this kit came with something like this. You can buy these individually, and they are just a cloth that has the clear coat that'll give you the UV protection and prevents the lens from yellowing, right? So you can pick this up, and if your headlights aren't really all that bad, you can do what I'm about to do here. You can Go to any big box store, any auto parts store, get something like the Plastex, get something like the Turtle Wax 2-in-1. It's a cleaner and a sealant. You can rub with a terry cloth towel or a microfiber towel and get the clarity you're looking for. And then you want to lock that clarity in by using a sealant over the top. Okay, that's an easy process. There are also products out there like this Blue Magic Headlight Lens Sealer. After you get done cleaning, then you can just seal it. I've actually had great results with this. I've seen, the headlights for a year or 2 years after, and they look just about as good as when I finished on what I call a quick headlight restoration. When I'm doing an exterior detail on a car, I just naturally do the headlights, the tail lights. I look everything over, and that's just part of, a detail. You're not a car cleaner. You are trying to preserve and restore things and take it up a few levels. Everything I rate 1 to 10, I'm looking to, bump everything up a couple notches when I do a professional detail. This being my own car today, and these headlights are actually in pretty good shape, I'm not going to go and sand them all down and start from scratch. They really just need a little refreshing. And for that, we're going to use a 3-step process, as I mentioned before, from Flash Detail. You can find them online. They've got Facebook pages and all kinds of nonsense. But here is a cleaner. This isn't just any cleaner. You leave it on for 15 seconds to dwell, and it kind of melts away a lot of the crud that's on your lens, right? It's a super duty cleaner. You also then use the H2, that was the H1. This is the second part of the process. This is a headlight restorer. It is basically a compound. It will remove some hazing, some oxidation, some of that yellowing, some of the scratches. Depends how you do it. You could use this with a polisher, a machine, probably get a little better results. It all depends on the condition and also the shape. And then here is the Flash Detail H3, and this is the protectant. I've also had amazing results with this. You leave this on the surface for 5 minutes after you get done, and then you buff off the haze. I'm not going to go through the whole 5-minute waiting for it to haze up. You're just going to have to trust me that you'll see the difference here. I thought about running a tape line and doing all of that, but this is just a how-to. Okay, this isn't a side-by-side comparison. All right, and you'll need 4 towels. I'm going to use 3 microfiber towels and 1 terry cloth. So let's get underway. Excuse me while I move this kit a little farther away from me so I can get in here. Okay, hope you can see everything fine. What I have is the H1. You've probably noticed I've masked this area off. Sometimes you want to pop the hood up a bit, get it out of the way. Basically, you just want to kind of protect the paint from getting harsh cleaners. You don't want to get protectant dripping down on your paint work. So it's a good idea to mask off, shove a towel in there, something. I like to mask it off. I used a thin strip of this yellow Scotch, made by Scotch tape, and got in to kind of protect everything. And then I put a thicker coat on the bottom just because some of like the cleaner, if I could talk, and some of the protectant will drip down. So anyway, well shook up, right? You can see that comes out nice. You just want to get a nice even coating on all of the plastic lens. And I'm trying to keep this area that I'm using of the cloth pretty saturated because I want it to set up. I want it to dwell, and I'm not trying to really remove a lot of the product. I'm just letting that kind of set up, evening it out a little bit, but it is well coated. Didn't really remove anything on the cloth itself. If this car was dirty, you would probably clean this a couple times until no dirt at all shows on your cloth. But as you can see, didn't get anything there. Like I said, this is my car, so obviously it's pretty well maintained. So we let that set for 15 seconds, right? I'm going to wipe it in a little harder this time, just to make sure we've removed everything. That was still with the wet side. Don't see anything coming off. Let's turn the cloth, go to a dry side. Make sure we remove all of the cleaner. And voila, we have a clean surface to work on. Now, of one thing to note, terry cloth towels have more bite to them. They have more grip. Again, you can pick up a terry cloth towel at any of the big box stores, anywhere that you like. And we have the step 2 restorer. This is basically a polish or a compound. I'm getting a little bit low. This stuff does, this stuff does, a little bit goes a long way. I'll put that upside down here. So, what you want to do is, in a circular polishing type motion, get your surface coated. We're going to add a little more here, but just for an initial step, you can kind of go light with it. Spread it out. And you can see that I've removed some oxidation. Some of that's the polish, the coloring there, but some of it actually is oxidation. Some of that previously mentioned UV coating. Come on, bottle. I know you're a little low, but there was more than that in there. There we go. Good. Good. So, we'll go to round 2 here. Polish in a circular motion. You can see a lot less I'm removing now on the first step. And I can see some of my factory installed UV coating starting to wear. And this will show it. I don't know if you can see this line on camera, but this is where the coating is starting to get a bit thin. Some of it will peel away. A little bit of on there, but not quite as much as the first time. We're going to try this one more time. I've got to go to Flash and get some more of this product. Okay, now it's flowing good. So I'm going to go in again here. Now we've really got a nice thick coat. And you only need about a pea-sized drop or so. Kind of spread it out and work this in. Okay, not real thrilling, right? You're probably like, okay, get it, you're rubbing it in. But you really do want to make sure that you get all the edges. You want to make sure you're getting contact with every single bit. And you can put some pressure on this. I see a couple little imperfections vanishing. Okay, little bit of discoloration there, but basically it's all good. So, we're now going to wipe this off. I'm going to use the terry cloth just on the first initial wipe. And then I'm going to come in with a little higher nap microfiber that will grab the product fully. I can tell you right now, I don't know how well it'll come up on camera. However, I can really see a noticeable improvement in the clarity, the shine. There were a couple little imperfections. I, for the most part, took them all out. Like I said, should I probably go through the full process? Yeah, maybe. Today, this is going to be it. I'll leave the full process for another video. And then on the last, we've got the protectant, right? Well shooken up. I like to use a more low nap. I want to spread product out. And what you do is, this is the sealant, right? You want to spread this out. Just get a nice even film, because this needs 5 minutes to cure. And I'm going to show you something here in just a second, as this will help hide. I'm going to put a little more on there. This will help hide some of your imperfections. So, nice and smooth, nice application. Okay, so you can see it's starting to haze up a little bit, and again, not sure with the camera, but I've got, you can see a little bit, there were some lines after the polishing. The UV clear coat is starting to wear in spots. It's thin, it's maybe peeled back a little bit. So I'm adding a nice protective coating on that. And also that sealant helps blend and hide all of that. So if you're seeing that while you're doing your compound, while you're rubbing, you know, don't panic about it, because you're going to go back over with the protectant. You're going to lay out some UV protection back on your plastic, and it will all be good. Let me look at my timer here. All right, so that's it. It's going to cure. I'm going to wipe it and buff it off with a microfiber towel after 5 minutes. And these headlights are now cleaned, polished, and protected. I thank you for being with me today. I do appreciate it. Please like, share, and I will see you on the flip side. Leave me some comments. Leave me some thumbs ups. I always like to see those. And yeah, do subscribe if you haven't. I've got lots of videos coming out. I'm going to be doing a lot on paint correction coming up. I thank you very much. Enjoy making your vehicles beautiful.